if you are thinking of new construction and you don't want to go too far out into the suburbs of the greater Phoenix area, you want to be more centrally located. But here's the thing, guys, that's where it's been building for literally the last 100 years. So you're not finding new construction on the inner part of the greater Phoenix area, except in a few little pocket areas. And we're going to continue to see that over the next 10 to 20 years as we start to moving back to some of this infill construction. And I want to share one with you. This is a builder you've probably never heard of because they are local to the greater Phoenix area. They're one of the top locally owned and operated builders. It is Blandford Homes. They are actually based in Gilbert, Arizona. And this community that I want to tell you about is in Mesa. I know you're probably thinking Mesa, but I've done several videos in the past. And if you haven't seen them, you're going to have to take a look at, there's different parts of Mesa. And this particular area has been predominantly just desert until now. So I can't wait to share this with you because it really is honestly what I get so many requests from people moving in here from out of the greater Phoenix area, but they don't know where to find this or how to look at it until you watch this video. Let's first talk about exactly where it's located in Mesa. So in my opinion, this is the best of kind of all worlds. Like, number one, freeway access, right? You are right off the 202. I mean, right off the 202. Isn't that funny how we put the word "that" in front of the freeway every single time? Anyways, we are located just off the 202, which is just off of the 101. And 101 goes from this area directly north and south. Well, what exactly does that mean? If you head north on 101, you are going to be in the middle of Scottsdale Haven. Everything from Old Town to the Kierland shopping and Scottsdale Quarter to Scottsdale Air Park to kind of like Rodeo, Saks Fifth, kind of, well, not really Saks Fifth, that's over in Biltmore. But my point is if you're looking for accessibility to all that luxury, high-end, also employment, it's just a hop and a skip on the 202 to head north to 101. Now, right at the 202 and the 101 intersection is what they call Tempe Marketplace. This is such an underrated shopping center area people don't know about. They literally forget about poor little Tempe Marketplace. It's super cool. It's very much like Desert Ridge Marketplace. It's the same exact builder. And here's the thing, guys. You can go and get your cocktails and walk around with a lid on it while you do some shopping. Yes, I know that can be dangerous, but it does kind of make it for a fun experience. The lights, the sound, the outdoor entertainment that they have at Tempe Marketplace is amazing. They have splash pads for kids, amazing movie theaters over here. There's all kinds of fun shopping, and the restaurants are to be loved. There's a lot of really nice ones over here and fun. It's only like 15 minutes, if that, from where this community is. So it's a hop and a skip. And here's the other part. If you hit the 202 and head south on 101, that's going to get you into downtown Chandler, where you're going to have massive nightlife. Again, you can go to Scottsdale, kind of the hoity-toity area, or you can go south to Chandler and you can get to live music, kind of more chill, some super cool mom and pop shops. If you are really into that one-of-a-kind, independently owned and operated restaurant and like over the top cocktails and food, that's going to be downtown Chandler. The Scottsdale is more of those corporate, like Mastro's, over the top bourbon and bones. So your decision if you want to have $100 dinner or a $250 dinner. It's a hop and a skip from this particular community. I'm telling you, it's great. The schools up this way are fantastic, but don't forget, we also have open enrollment. Now, here's the trick about open enrollment, guys. If you are moving in the middle of the school year, you do need to enroll your children in the public school system, as the charter schools and the Montessori schools will only take students at the beginning of every single year. Do your homework. This particular part of Mesa, there are so many kinds of not only great public schools, but online charter schools and Montessori schools and small little ag schools and, STEM schools and cheer schools. And you want to talk about colleges? We have MCC up this way. You're literally a hop and a skip from ASU Tempe campus. I don't know why that was so hard to say. There is also AT Stills, there's physical therapy, there's medical schools, and let's talk about medical. You want to be close to medical to this area? We're talking everything from Banner to Desert Samaritan to Honor Health to Mayo. Even if you were going to Mayo, it's a hop and a skip because you're right off the freeways. Freeways make your life super easy. And here's the great part. As you're exiting the 202 freeway to get to this particular community, there is this 30-acre farm that's right there that you're going to drive by that literally transport you from the desert to this beautiful greenery. That's what your neighbors or should I say surroundings are. Most of it. Needless to say, as we get into this community, it's going to be a gated community. So this, in my opinion, for people that are coming from the big cities, like in Southern California, if you live in the heart of LA or in the heart of San Diego, San Francisco, Seattle, also people from the East Coast, when you're coming from a big city, you're used to having kind of things already there, and then them just building a newer community. In this particular case, it's a new community, kind of amongst the mix. It's only people that are coming from other suburb cities that they go, I don't like the fact that there's a gravel pit, a non working gravel pit right on the other side of the back wall of this community. It doesn't really affect your property values. It doesn't make any noise anymore. It's not going to make any more dust. It's just there. And I don't know what they're going to do with it. And that's, again, one of the things you want to be careful about when you buy new construction. Yes, I have a drone. I can take it up in the air and I can see everything that's going on around you. Because here's the thing, guys. It's funny how these sales reps tend to not mention anything. And then when I bring it up, they're like, oh, yeah. And they always tell you it's no big deal. Here's the thing. When you buy new construction, there's a document called the public report. And that public report will tell you absolutely everything. And here's the thing. When you go under contract, you're inundated with so many documents. This is a document I would recommend you read. It's not going to change your mind per se. Like, I really don't think it will. But it will let you know what's going on, whether it's farms. SRP has a huge electrical plant many miles away. In fact, this builder is building up closer to that plant. That's the only reason I know about it. And again, they kind of make sure you drive in so you don't see this stuff. That's all I got to say. So let's talk about this particular builder. I really like this builder. Like I said, they've been in business for 45 years. Now, here's the difference between local builders and national builders. National builders are wheeling and dealing in 2024, and they probably will be in 2025. When you hear about how new construction is crappy, the majority of the issues or the problems that people have today come from those national builders. The first problem is they have red tape and layers of management like you can't believe. So if you're trying to get something resolved, there's not a local big guy to go pound on the door and say, get this done. So although maybe some of the subs, meaning subcontractors, might be the same, when you buy from like this particular builder, these are people that have been around no matter what market it's been in for 45 years. They have employees that have been with them for 20, 30 years. They have subcontractors that have contracted with this company for decades. And if they don't perform at this high level standard and quality so that they don't have all the pressure on them, being local makes a big difference. Because like I said, we can go pounding on the boss's door and go, get this fixed. So they're going to make sure that their subs are performing top level quality work. I would actually say Blandford Home is very comparable to David Weekley, but here's some of the extra things that they do. First of all, every floor plan comes with 6 different elevations. Most national contractors do not do this. The reason they do this is because they want their neighborhoods to look more unique and not just the same house over, right? Most national builders have 3 elevations. I've seen some with 4. But this particular builder, like I said, has 6 elevations for every single floor plan. It's little things like that, guys. You might be paying a tad bit more, but you get a whole lot more. Think about what that community is going to look like. And here's the next part. On top of the 6 elevations, they have 20 different color schemes. So it's not the same house, same color over and over and over again. So again, sometimes it does pay to pay a little bit more. All of their entry levels are 10 feet right now, and I love how they do update all their floor plans every couple of years. So it doesn't become stagnant, unlike like Lennar, like they've been building the same floor plans for 15, 20 years. Maybe not 20, 15 years. They just, again, cookie cutter. These type of communities are just quality. That's all I gotta say. Some of their floor plans have a standard 9-foot ceiling, or some of them also have 10 feet. It depends on which series. They have a craftsman series, and then they also have an artisan series. What is what? There's a lot of different choices, is all I want to say. This particular builder builds from both a spec as well as from the dirt. That's what I call it, right? This particular community is 108 total homeowners. So the positive is there's going to be a small closeness community of residents and homeowners. The bad thing about having a smaller community and having it gated, and there's not a ton of community amenities other than it being gated. There's a clubhouse. There is one pickleball court. I have a feeling that there will be people fighting over that.
I will fight you in the cafeteria.
There's not a community pool. And like I said, one of the things that's kind of meh is the HOA is $190 a month. There's a lot of people recently that we've also received phone calls from, and they say, here's our wish list. And then they say, and I want a low HOA. Well, a low HOA can mean a different price for everybody. But I have to say, for $1 million homes, these are going to be $1 million homes by the time you're done, or pretty close to it. Having a $190 a month HOA, I'm going to say, guys, is pretty normal. Just to let you know. Now, this particular, let me show you. Actually, let's go with Jessie Lee. She is the best when showing homes. She's better than I am. Let's have her show us not one, but 2 of their models, and I'd love to hear what you think. Now, of course, don't forget, models are over the top, upgraded. And the one thing I think this builder tries to do is just show off everything that they offer, because I feel like there's too much in their homes. I don't know. Let's see what you guys think.
It's beautiful, beautiful driving in. Let's head down here. We have 5 bedrooms in this home, but this model shows 4 bedrooms and a den. This is one of my favorite countertops. What do they call it? It's like a leather granite.
It's a leather, yeah. floor plans have 6 different elevations. They have unusual names like Spanish Mission, Modern Bungalow, Italian Cottage, Andalusian, Urban Farmhouse, and French Country. There's a slight price difference for each elevation, I'm sure, because some have stone, some have columns, there's obviously a different price difference. Those price ranges, let's just say the Residence 6 will start at $791,950 and will range all the way up to $803,950. So we're talking about $14,000 difference depending on the elevation. Also, this builder has a lot premium on every single lot. This is something else that people don't realize, that when they're looking at new construction and they're just comparing base prices, especially when you're comparing 2x6 construction to 2x4 construction, there's going to be a price difference, right? Because 2x6 is definitely more expensive. But some of these premium lots that already are sold, just to let you know, when people think, oh, they have a $90,000 lot premium, no one's going to pay that. They are the first ones to sell. People will buy these larger lots. They will pay a lot premium because they are such a rarity. So the lots in this particular community that are considered standard size, which are about 9,100 square feet, which in today's real estate market in Arizona is considered large. Most builders don't include that. So on the smallest lot with the least premium, so probably facing non-north-south direction, the lowest lot premium is $9,000. So this is a builder, and I've talked about this in some of my other videos, is buying a home today is like a la carte. Everything, every single little tiny thing is added on. Well, I shouldn't say every single thing, right? It comes with a toilet. You don't get to upgrade the toilet necessarily. You can after closing, though. My point is the base price is kind of like when you buy airline tickets and then you still have to pay for your baggage and you still have to pay for your seat assignment, just to give you an idea. Now, if you are looking for a larger lot in this community, maybe something that's 12,000 square feet, that's going to be a $50,000 lot premium. Or if you're looking for instance, an 18,000 square foot lot that's facing north-south that has a mountain view, although very far in the distance, that one already sold, by the way, for $90,000. There are a couple of other lots. There is still one remaining. It's obviously one of the best for $100,000. So when you are buying from dirt, you're going to go in, you're going to say, I like this floor plan. Let's take a look at the second floor plan and let me know if you like this one better.
This is Residence 12. Yeah, and if you like this elevation, it's the Urban Farmhouse is what this is called.
Shut the door.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
If you have little dogs or little kids, you can sit out here and have your coffee and, you know, let them play.
Yeah.
Love that.
I like
Office, library, and a full bathroom. So my guess is you could.
What's the square footage on this?
You could have this. It's 3,177 square feet.
Wow, all single level.
And this home has 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. Wait till you see this powder room. Optional extended pantry. And once again, it's painted in the closet.
So when you go in to buy new construction home, you basically have two choices. You can buy from their inventory or you can buy from dirt. If you buy from the inventory, you get this nice little list that tells you if you had handpicked everything out, you picked out the floor plan, you picked out the lot, and they added on that lot premium, and then you went to the design center and here's the things that you added on the house. The house total, let's pick lot 29, residence number 5. It's a 2,462 square foot home, and it is on a 10,929 square foot corner lot. That's a big lot, but that means also that some of your land is in the front, so it's not really that big. Anyways, when you put it all together yourself, the price would have come in at $849. And they are offering you a smoking deal of $794. I'm kind of rounding, by the way, guys. It's actually $849, $356, and it's being offered to you today for $794, $356. That is the entry point price point in this community. All the other homes are more expensive, especially the larger ones. But even at the same floor plan, that's the least expensive one. So you will get into this community at $800,000, and then you're going to be putting in your backyard, which a lot of people don't realize how much you're going to be putting in backyards, but you're going to want to make sure to factor that in when considering new construction versus resale. People don't realize how much is in that backyard. You found a home that maybe is only 5 or 7 years old. It already has pool and a pergola and barbecue and turf. And you say, in your mind, you're all, oh, that's $50,000. Just a hole in the ground for a pool is 50 grand by it, you guys. So I would say this home, and these are luxury homes. I wouldn't say over the top luxury homes, but this is going to be a very nice community. And you're going to probably put about $150,000 in that backyard. So by the time you're done, this home will be about $950, just to give you that kind of perspective. If you are looking, and that again, this is just a 2,500 square foot home. I don't think they have any spec homes. It looks like all the 3,000 square foot homes sold. But they do have one a little bit bigger. That's residence 6, which is just under 2,800 square feet. Again, just to give you some comparison. And it is a lot size of 9,263 square feet. And the combined price with everything together, if you had put it together yourself, would have been $968, $290, and they're giving you a $50,000 discount. If you're wondering if they're offering you any other incentives like the other big builders, if you use their preferred lender, which it was kind of weird, they had like a lot of preferred lenders, so there you could shop around their preferred lenders. It's not their own mortgage company. So it's literally, it was like 12 different lenders, local lenders. You could pick which one you want. And if you used one of those local lenders, or one of their preferred lenders, I should say, you got a $10,000 towards closing costs. Which, beware, two things. When it's a local lender like this, they probably, just say probably, are giving you a little bit higher interest rate so they can make that $10,000 up on the back end in order to give it to you on the front end, just to let you know. So it's kind of a wash. When you only see $10,000, it's just a wash, in my opinion. The second thing I wanted to say is when you're buying new construction, there's a lot more startup costs, meaning closing costs. And that's just something that we would have to be there with you. Don't ever go to a new construction without representation. Builders are still very much paying for realtors' compensation, even in late 2024. And I anticipate as long as it is a buyer's market, which it is in 2024, I think we're going to see more of the same in 2025. it's going to be that way. If that's a concern of yours, or if you want to have that conversation, you just have to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We know new construction, national builders, local builders, small builders, one by one builders. We know also what questions to ask. Here's the thing, guys, you don't know what you don't know. And I know so many consumers are like, I walked in there without a realtor and I got $10,000 off. I'm like, yay, we could have got you 30. So don't leave any money on the table. Make sure you have strong representation. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got you back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona, whether it's new construction or resale. Big, small, little, and everything in between. Can't wait to hear from you. Just give us a call. Bye.